Half-Life 3 is reportedly playable in its entirety and could be announced this year. This is Jackson Chen at Engadget. I have another super chat question for you. Do you think we'll get Half-Life 3 by the end of this year? Let me know. The latest rumor surrounding Valve's long-awaited next installment in the Half-Life series claims that the game is currently playable end-to-end and could even be announced in the summer, followed by a release in winter of this year. The speculation comes from Tyler McVicker, who's known for reporting on Valve rumors during his latest Q&A livestream. According to McVicker, the game is currently playable from beginning to end, which he guesses could put it on track for an announcement and release this year. Besides McVicker's hours-long livestream, there have been other recent hints about Valve's progress on its highly anticipated title. In March, a Valve concept artist claimed that he was in the room where Valve made Half-Life 3 on CG Voices podcast. In the same month, another Valve leaker, Gabe Follower, claimed that Half-Life 3 would be the end of Gordon's adventure, potentially signaling a non-cliffhanger ending to one of gaming's best franchises. Outside of these rumors, internet sleuths discovered code referencing HLX, which is widely thought to be the code name for Half-Life 3 in major updates to Deadlock and Dota 2. While these rumors are unconfirmed, they are promising signs of Half-Life 3. McVicker said during his live stream that HLX won't be another virtual reality game like Half-Life Alyx, and that there are procedural generation features that aren't for terrain generation or roguelike mechanics. Greg, can you believe it?
It's got to happen eventually. So yeah, you know what I mean? I think you don't make Half-Life Alyx, no spoilers. If you're that dot, you'd probably know, whatever. You don't make Half-Life Alyx and have it tie into the Half-Life timeline the way it did and not have some idea for what you're doing next and where you want to go. Valve's always been such an interesting company, right? They have ungodly amounts of money. They found so much success with Steam that why ever worry about making games again? They buy up video game developers just to have them never make the game they were making. Like, it's insane over there. Who knows? But no, it doesn't surprise me. It's going to be one of those, like, it doesn't surprise me, but it is shocking that it is still happening. That after so much time from Half-Life 2, even from Alyx, right? Like, I was playing that in 2020. That's when I did the review during COVID with Andy and all that. Like, even now, 5 years removed from that, you're like, wow, this is still going and gestating, whatever. As I wonder if it'll be able to live up to the hype. I wonder what the hype actually is. Again, Alyx was a VR title for one VR platform that did what it did, but it's like, is Half-Life still a huge deal to a huge deal of gamers, a huge amount of gamers?
I got two questions and one question. How good does Half-Life 3 need to do to get Valve back into the video game like dev realm more actively?
I mean, I don't even think it's possible.
Again, that's going to be my second question. Is it even possible for Half-Life 3 to do that well?
No, but I mean, like, I think, again, when you look at here's this giant pile of money Half-Life 3 made, but here's this giant fucking tomb, like own ecosystem, planet, world, universe that Steam makes. Like, I don't think there's anything that could make Valve go, shit, we need to make more games. Because again, the other argument they would see from this, right, is like, look what unlimited money and unlimited time yields. It yields an amazing, great game. So go ahead and work on the next Portal for another 2 decades. Who cares?
Yeah, it's the thing where it's almost the equivalent of McDonald's bringing back the McRib, where it's like, all right, cool, this is going to do well for the season. But, like, we don't got to keep this around.
Sure, yeah.
We don't got to keep producing this thing.
You lose that je ne sais quoi of the McRib if you're putting it out every day.
Exactly. You got to keep the allure. If the McRib was always around, I'm not buying the fucking McRib.
I mean, look at Grand Theft Auto, right? This is the same thing there where, Jesus, remember when GTA was you were a child, but remember when it was an annual release? You know what I mean? Like, we were just getting a GTA back to back to back. And here we are.
I want this
generations without getting a GTA.
I saw somewhere that it's been longer since GTA 5, between GTA 5 and now, than the time where they released all the GTAs.
I believe it.
Right, like or at least since GTA 3, right? GTA 3 through 5 was the less time than from 5 to now. Fucked up.
Yeah, it's super fucked up. But you get it one day, maybe.
Can you imagine Half-Life 3 coming out this year? Just shaking up the Game of the Year conversation.
I mean, you think it would be that? You think it would, like?
Yeah, Half-Life 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't think so. I mean, from current Valve, you played Alyx.
I did.
And from what I gather, Alyx is, at least for a lot of people, a special video game.
I enjoyed Alyx, yeah.
If they took that quality and made it a flat screen title, as the streets say. Like, does that not speak to you as, oh, this would be a game of the year conversation?
Absolutely not. The AI was dumb in Alex. There was a lot of things where people were like, that game was walking on water. I was like, I don't agree, but okay. But I mean, so if you just took what was there and you put it, I think a lot of people, Barrett's got it. If you're an audio listener, he's got the open critic up. I think again, and I'm not doing this to be rude, I think VR gets graded on a curve. Like we're having now, we've kind of started having two conversations where I'm talking about Half-Life Alyx as a flat screen game versus but what I really mean is if you want more people in to play Half-Life Alyx, I think there'd be more criticism of it, of like beyond, oh, look at the bottle, when I move it I see the liquid in it go side to side the way it should. Like that was one of the things of Alyx, right?
Yeah.
And it was, and I had a great, you can go watch my review with Danny. I really enjoyed it, and it was like intuitive. And I know that's always thrown around with VR, but it was like super intuitive of like loading my gun, grabbing the thing, doing this, like in a way that VR games of the similar ilk aren't. But like in terms of what the AI was and this, that, and the other, I was like,
I guess for me, when I think about Half-Life, and you know what? I mean, the conversation gets into an interesting place because Half-Life has always been a very groundbreaking franchise. Whenever you get a new one, right? Yeah. Half-Life 1 comes through, changes the game. Half-Life 2 comes through, changes the game, right? Brings in new types of physics, builds people's minds as far as what the Source engine can do, all that stuff.
Sure.
I think I would expect a similar amount of groundbreaking from Half-Life 3, and I don't know if that's unfair expectations to have on it because I look at it as that franchise.
To toss in a super chat from Anthony Adam, Valve stated that they would not make Half-Life 3 unless it was going to introduce something revolutionary. I think Valve has something in store.
Yeah.
And I hope so. I want revolutionary games. I want things to be amazing.
Bringing in a super chat from Peaceful Warhead, will Half-Life 3 be announced at SGF or TGA?
That would make sense, right, for what they're talking about. Jeff is close with Valve, so it would make sense that if they got something to show, they would show it there. And that would be, you talk about a megaton final, Jeff doing the thing where he's like, I'm so excited to announce this.
God, I think the tough thing with this is, what is the timing of Half-Life 3? Like, this article makes it seem like it could possibly hit winter, by winter. And if they think it's winter, I'll think then SGF. But like, SGF versus Game Awards in terms of the tier of announcements you get, right? Like, a Half-Life 3 at SGF puts SGF, in my opinion, above Game Awards as far as what expectations are now.
Wow.
Half-Life 3 is the biggest thing you could ever announce.
Sure.
Like, you do not get bigger than
or
that.
Grand Theft Auto.
Or Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, that's a good call. So it's the weird thing of, like, I mean, if I'm Jeff, obviously, if I have this opportunity, I'm doing it no matter fucking what. Like, bringing into SGF. But let's say it slips that because maybe it's just not ready for announcement or whatever it is. Like, do you then wait for TGAs to announce it? Like, as Valve, do you just announce it on Twitter?
I mean, that's my thing, where Half-Life is Half-Life. It is in this conversation of any gigantic Xbox or PlayStation first party, and then, of course, the GTA conversation of, like, I think you can make a moment out of that whenever you want to make a moment out of that. It's just that Valve isn't the company that I think of having a blog or doing a direct, or, you know what I mean? That's just not who they are. So it would make so much sense to use Jeff in one of these things, help him, of course, and, you know, somebody you like and somebody you think's doing something right for the industry, and then also just use that as the vehicle to get it out there and dominate. But yeah, I agree. It would definitely change the perception of SGF in a lot of ways. Right?
Oh, for sure. Which maybe Jeff would want.
Oh, 100%. I think he does. Because, I mean, like, inevitably, Jeff is on track that's what SGF is. We all sit around and go, oh, SGF's basically E3. But I think mainstream media in the mainstream world doesn't.
Yeah.
They don't understand it. And if they were to tune in and they look at the reports coming out, right, our SGF Playdays hands-on are always AA games, you know what I mean? Third-party publishers, like, we're not going there and playing, hey, I shouldn't say ever, but, like, we're not going there and playing this Sony first-party exclusive that just got announced. We're not playing the next whatever from Xbox. You kind of are, but you understand what I'm saying. It's like, you look at the past, look at last year. SGF was like dominated in terms of the big game by like what, Assassin's Creed, Star Wars Outlaws last year, right? It's like those were the big Ubisoft offsite presentations. There's behind closed doors, but I think of SGF, and maybe it's just from being boots on the ground, as you and me playing the new co-op escape room game, Escape Academy. You know, Sonic was there that one year. That was a big deal, right? Like it's like that kind of. There's the Day of the Devs booth we love so much. I'm not talking about the presentation necessarily, right? Jeff has a big thing there, but even then, I would say if you went and looked at the 2-hour-long SGF presentation from previous years versus Game Awards, Game Awards are going to have more bangers than the 2-hour SGF presentation.
But he's been trying with it though.
1,000%.
Again, we got the Last of Us stuff.
He is building to being. Oh, it's E3. He is building to it being USA Today's. Like SGF's this week. It's a big deal.
I think if Jeff is able to secure a Half-Life 3, I think you solidify it then. I think that's where people go, oh, this is E3.
I need to pay attention to this every year.
I 1,000% need to pay attention to this. This episode is brought to you by Imperial. We've told you all how important it is to developers to wishlist games that you're interested in. So if this sounds cool to you, make sure you wishlist it. Imperial is a complex, feature-rich action RPG where you'll be sent to a planet in a far-off corner of the galaxy to explore an imposing monolith. As an elite mercenary, you'll join the expedition tasked with unearthing the secrets of the monolith and face off against the deadly automatons within. In Imperial, you'll explore 4 vastly different quadrants of the monolith, accessible only by using mysterious artifacts known as cartograms. Each cartogram affects which enemies, boss fights, and loot will appear when you enter the monolith, so no 2 excursions will be the same. Find even more cartograms to explore by looting defeated enemies or buy them from other players online at the trading post. Imperial features 3 weapon archetypes: the fast-paced acrobatic glaive, the defense-focused mace and shield, or the devastating cannon, with a range of customizable skills and abilities that can make short work of the awaiting automatons. Your weapons and abilities can be changed before any excursion into a cartogram, so if a loadout isn't working for you, you can mix things up to create the perfect playstyle. Help the members of the expedition in deep branching quests and aid other players in asynchronous multiplayer. Get ready, mercenaries. The monolith awaits. Imperial is available May 8th on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5. Wishlist now. It helps so much. Wishlist Imperial.
This episode is brought to you by Aura Frames. If you haven't called your mom in a while, here is your reminder to do it. But then you want to go above and beyond. Mother's Day is coming up and I have the perfect gift idea. Aura Frames are incredibly smart and easy to use, allowing you to upload unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. Plus, you can order the frame online and preload it with photos and videos using the Aura app, so it's ready to go right out of the box. It's a gift so special, they'll use it every day. Greg, Kevin, and a ton of people here at Kinda Funny are obsessed with their Aura frames. It takes about 2 minutes to set up a frame using the Aura app. So the next time you need to call your mom, you could also send her a new pic of you from that trip you're telling her all about. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. For a limited time, listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's AURA frames.com, promo code Kinda Funny. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. The show is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's super great that mental health awareness is growing, but there's still progress to be made. 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey say they have avoided seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment. We can do better. No reason for fear. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Some of my best friends use BetterHelp and love how helpful it can be for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. We're all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/kindafunny to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/kindafunny. BetterHelp.com/kindafunny.
And we're back. And Greg, a part of the conversation I wanted to bring in, and you also pointed out, somebody in chat actually brought this in as well, right? Denny G's Yappy, I believe was what it is. Denny G, yeah.
Deerin
is it
G's Yappy?
Derry G's. They write in and say to say Fable needs a remake, and that was one of the conversations I thought was worth having about this as well. Is are there other games on the Xbox side that you could see getting this treatment, or that you think need this treatment?
We know one and we know one and we need one, right? And it's all right. We know for all the rumors, smoke where there's fire, yada yada yada. Fire where there's smoke. Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is happening, right? It has to be. I cannot wait. You know, again, Oblivion. I enjoyed. Check out the Gamescast review so far. We did on Friday. A great conversation, really fun. I thought talking about that. But again, a game I don't have nostalgia for. Fallout 3, I have on such a pedestal that when they are like, hey, we're doing a remaster of Fallout 3, a remake, whatever, a remaster, I will fucking lose it. And I imagine, like I said on the Oblivion thing, I have to imagine this is dropping when they drop season 2 of the show. They learned their lesson last time around where it was like, okay, cool, all Fallout numbers spiked when we put out the Fallout TV show season 1. Now let's put out a quote-unquote brand new game, right, for Fallout season 2. Have it go crazy there.
Not to get spoilery for Fallout the TV show, but like, wouldn't it make sense to do another
game? And that's
game?
why the one we know I think is happening is Fallout 3.
Yeah.
The one that needs to happen is Fallout New Vegas, which is obviously not the black sheep or anything, but that was the one done by Obsidian, so it's not Bethesda, so it's whatever. But I don't even think, like, are we really... It would make more sense for season 2 to time out with New Vegas, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Now, if they were to say, fucking, we're putting them both out, like, that would be awesome. Can you imagine if, like, we've all heard about Fallout 3 and it's true, here's Fallout 3, but alongside it is also, they're in one package, something crazy like that. Like,
oh, that'd be so good.
As a guy who loves Fallout, I would love to see that happen. And a guy who, again, has never played all the way through New Vegas. I've started it multiple times. I always get thrown off by something and don't come back to it.
Yeah, I mean, I had the same thing with New Vegas as well, where when season 1 of the show came out, I popped into New Vegas because Fallout 3, one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
But it's the thing you say that I sometimes disagree with, but in this case, very true. Of old game is old.
Yeah.
Where I'm playing Fallout New Vegas and I'm like, oh man, it's hard to play this post playing Fallout 4. And I know people would hear that as sacrilege, but like mainly the thing of not that Fallout 4 is better than New Vegas, just that Fallout 4 is more modern and like,
of course,
more recent,
little
right,
quality of life things.
Yeah. And so like I would love for them to go back to New Vegas and figure something out there. Also, people super chat in with if you have any suggestions for remasters or remakes, because the one that comes to mind for me is, and it's one that I don't know how it would work because of the nature of it, but one that I ask for all the time is Rare Replay, specifically on the Switch. That way, or maybe in this case, Switch 2. That way, you're able to get in a Donkey Kong 64. You're able to get in a Diddy Kong Racing. You're able to get in the Donkey Kong Country games, right? Like, as much as you want to talk about Rare's history as a developer, so much of that history lies within Nintendo.
Yeah.
And so, having that be a collaboration, I think, would make so much sense.
Do you think that gets in the way of Nintendo's plan of making DK64 available on the Nintendo Switch Online app? You know,
That's a good point.
Push.
Nintendo does have a plan for that. I think
they sold it on Wii U, and it's just so weird to me. Blessing, how? Why? But
I mean, this would be the way though. That's the thing is, I think I would, if you were to lump it in with a Rare Replay remastered thing or a Rare Replay port, I think I'd prefer that over just Switch Online, because then you're hopefully getting like bells and whistles and stuff, like maybe remap your controls type stuff. You might get like a what do they call it? Get it up-resed, maybe a better frame rate. I don't know.
What would be interesting for the Fallout New Vegas thing for you is if they were to do what they've done with Oblivion and just remaster it, would that solve the quality of life issues for you? Is it because it's not strictly a visual thing for you, right?
I mean, I think it's all of it, right? Okay. Like, if it was hey, we are just visually like remastering this thing and like do small tweaks to the mechanics, I'd be totally down for that. Like, I don't need a revamp. I don't need you to like remix New Vegas, because then you're almost turning it into a different game. Right. I'm down for the core experience that's there. Like, I'm down for a visual thing.
Piggybacking off of Fable, which I would agree 100%, I would of course jump to KOTOR, which again I know we're going to be complicated, this, that, the other. But when I think of an Xbox game that I want to see remastered, I know we're playing.
Who owns KOTOR?
It's just around the corner, Greg.
Oh, gotcha.
They'll do it one day.
Yeah, of course.
Some super chats, suggestions. Jim Tacey says they should remaster Skyrim.
Sure. We don't need more Skyrim. Even though they will. That's going to happen.
Doing okay says, why isn't Gears Reloaded on Switch 2? I don't think you count it out yet.
Great question. Yeah, maybe.
Like, maybe that's the thing that if it's not ready by August, maybe you get it later on. Maybe you get it next year. I'm trying to think of more Xbox games.
Stubbs the Zombie, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
What was the one? Oh, Jade Empire was the other BioWare one. That
9.9.
Me and Mike kept going back and forth on. You say 9.9?
Dave Clayton infamously gave it a 9.9 at IGN.
Fuck yeah. That's fucking sick. Greg, we're going to move on to story number 2.
Can I say one out there? Sorry. Just the other one. And I know I've beaten this drum a lot, and I will continue until Phil finally figures out how to make it happen. Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. Get Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2.
Oh,
just
they
put them
do
out.
own that now.
Just put them out. Right? But and I know it's complicated with rights and whatever.
And, do X-Men Legends while you're at it. Just for me.
Okay, sure.
I like the X-Men Legends games.
Hell yeah.